K100 with Konnan and Disco is brought to you by Betonline. Betonline is your number one source for the NBA and the NHL playoffs this season. Every stat, every matchup, and even live odds while the games are being played. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker or unwind with one of our over 150 slots games. Head to the website today to get in on the action. Don't forget to use the promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAD, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline. The game starts here.
Oh, so let me tell you about Alvarez. So Luke Smith sends me this clip, which you already heard, which basically Alvarez going off on the thing where...
We're thinking to Roderick Strong now, all of a sudden now, as a title match out of nowhere.
Right, which is when, and he brings up another thing, he's just smiling for no reason, and he's kind of like, eccentric, if you will. But I have two questions on Alvarez for you guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. At the beginning, when AEW first started, Alvarez was all in, right? Or no?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay, totally. Yeah. And it almost feels to me that, first of all, he doesn't get like I've never heard people go, oh, he's just trying to be relevant. he doesn't get the same criticism that I feel we get, which I don't either way, right? But it's almost like people are like, oh, Konnan and Disco trying to get a WWE Legends contract. I see this a lot. and I'm thinking to myself, do you actually think that somebody from WWE is listening to this show and going, hey, Hunter, the Disco and Konnan are bearing Tony. We need to give him a Legends contract. Or that we're even, it's so asinine they come up with. But I almost feel like at the beginning, Alvarez was, yeah, I'm all in. Let's give it a chance. And then it's almost like a guy walks into a party or something. He's got on the bottom of his shoe and he's sitting there with his leg like this and nobody's saying nothing because they want to be polite. They don't want to embarrass him, and then all of a sudden somebody's like, dude, you need to clean your shoes or clean your or something. Because this is like, he had enough. You know what I'm saying? I almost feel like he's had enough and now he's kind of turned like full heel on them.
That's a great analogy.
As older people, we have a historical perspective on this exact same thing happening 25 years ago.
Right.
WCW was killing WWE. Right. All of a sudden, WWE started producing better content and turned it over. And the WCW fans that were loving WCW, they started burying the product because it was inferior. There's the exact same things happening right now. One product is doing better television than the other product. And you see the narrative, and all of a sudden it's nobody back then said, oh, you're just hating on WCW. So I know we can watch something else.
Right.
That's like, it's like we can literally watch something else because this show isn't good enough, which is what happens. One shows the numbers are going down, and the other show WWE's numbers aren't going, but they're going up on digital, which is another animal. So. Yeah.
And the thing about WCW then, as I just was thinking about it while you're talking, and I realized it was that fans like me were all big into the NWO, but by the end, we were all waiting on not a promise, but the idea that maybe Hogan was going to go away. Not because we wanted him gone, but because that was the logical conclusion for Nash to beat Hogan, take over as the Wolfpack. And it never happened, and it makes you go, well, if they're not going to finish that story, why would I trust them to finish this story or this story?
Yeah. The failure of never doing the black and red versus the white, the black and white, doing that feud because
it would have been money.
The guys at the top couldn't figure out and they just evaporated. And
the real reason, and because you were there and the real reason was just all the heat between Hogan, Eric, Hall, and Nash mainly.
What happened was fans lost interest in the product because that was like what they were interested in.
But what was one of
something else,
was one of the biggest detonating forces, and I'll never forget this. When they fired X-Pac, right?
That was it.
I remember this like yesterday. We were in the arena, and it was me, Hall, and Nash, and we were talking. They were like, place, and he says, and they had either X-Pac or WWE shirts underneath their shirts because they showed it to me. And I don't know if they were going to get on TV and quit or they were going to go to, I don't know. But
they would have definitely had to do those guys. 100%.
Yeah, right. They were brutal.
They already did it with the curtain call back in got me. Right. Yeah.
No, and all that, bearing Hulk on live TV, bearing Kevin Sullivan on live TV, bearing Arn Anderson. I mean, they didn't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Nobody has those guys did these days.
Well, they have a little bit. Like I think Punk has.
Punk does, and MJF kind of.
Yeah. You want to talk about the MJF contract? Because I wouldn't say
that accurate.
That's gotta be. Somebody said this, and I think he's right.
Right.
He goes, "There's no way it's 15 million. It's probably 5 million a year, 3 million. That's what I think."
Let me throw this out there.
Yeah.
Okay. I immediately laughed.
Right.
And because it's two laughs. Number one, you're laughing if you actually got it. Right. Number two, you're laughing that people are actually bringing up that number. Because, it's hysterical either way. Like the fact that somebody would joke around and say he's got 15 million a year, or the fact he's actually getting 15 million, right?
This is you won't believe this. This is asinine. Yeah, go ahead. But you'll love this when I want to say it.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I can absolutely, okay, if you're dealing with a billionaire that has empty pockets and something, which he should be shown, what would he keep you here? But basically saying if I get a tattoo of AEW for life on my leg, I'll stay here for 15 million a year. I can absolutely see Tony Khan on impulse says you got it. Because think about the things here. He's got AEW for life tattoo on his leg right now. He's making 15 million a year. He's always been earmarked and pointed towards, okay, this is a step. This company's your stepping stone to get into WWE and be a huge star. And he didn't go there.
Let me tell you what MJF brilliantly did. No matter how much he got paid, he used AEW and Tony Khan week after week, going, I might go to the other side. Hey, Vince. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They took him and it worked in his, almost like what Pillman did. Remember Pillman was working WCW?
100%. Me and Brian were talking a lot back then when he was doing that. So it's funny. I was getting phone calls at 1 or 2 o'clock.
It was brilliant. At the end, he came out on top.
Yeah.
So here's we all saw the big post.
Did we finish our
Well, let me finish the MJF thing since we're on it. So we've all seen the big posts and memes with MJF $15 million deal, and they kind of came out of nowhere, right?
Screenshot too.
Right. So here's where it seems to me it came from. This is from 2 days ago. It says MJF has secured a $15 million a year deal. Feels former WWE personality. Okay. On the Behind the Turnbuckle podcast, Jonathan Coachman said MJF played everyone for a fiddle by fueling the rumor mill. And here's his quote. He's starting to spread his wings outside of pro wrestling. So now when he comes back, Tony Khan, no matter what price he had to pay, there's no way you can let MJF walk out the door. 100%. It couldn't happen. And MJF knew it. And that's why I believe he said, you know what, Tony, I'll come back at Double or Nothing. Give me 5 months to get back in shape and we'll get this new deal done. It's probably for 4 years around $60 million. So just because Coach was speculating, everyone's reporting that that's the fact. That's the only place I can see that it came from.
Yeah, it's a good point. That's what I'm saying. Nobody knows the facts. But the thing is that he's got a tattoo that says AEW for life on his
or bet on yourself.
Better, yeah. And I'm like, my opinion of him, okay, with that tattoo, it went down a little bit. Bro, you can AEW. Let me tell you something. 2 people have gotten tattoos that I know of in professional wrestling, and they were very good friends of mine in this business. That it didn't take them very long to regret it. Raven gave the Johnny Polo the Johnny Flamingo tattoo. Right. Okay, there's the Flamingo. They got the Flamingo tattoo. Okay, when you do that, I don't care, bro. I've worked with Jeff Jarrett. These guys, bro. When you're the guys that run the business, I don't care what you think of yourself. They look at you as a mark when you do stuff like that. Ryan Clark got the atom bomb tattoo, and he had to get it taken off.
Right.
Bro,
so we're at the bar, right? And it's me and Scott Hall, and he's kind of drunk. And Brian Adams, or what's his name? Brian Clark. He's next to us, bro. And he goes, what a Mark, can you believe this guy got an atom bomb tattoo, which I didn't even know about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I that's what I thought. I thought to myself, what a mark.
Right.
I don't have Konnan tattooed on my.
It's like you think that you're like really going, showing the office like how loyal you are, and you're just really saying, dude, we can do whatever we want with this guy. What a mark. Seriously, right? Right.
You're exposing yourself as a mark.
You're a booker that works with the owners and stuff, and then you know how it is, like working with guys and squats.
It's like AJ Lee got the date of her first title win tattooed on the back of her neck or something, and the first thing they did was on TV the following week.
Yeah, no,
You know?
and Osprey. So with the Wembley, the Wembley numbers, just come on, guys. So I know you're proud.
Wait a minute, he tattooed the Wembley numbers?
The Wembley numbers on his thing, and then all of a sudden there was controversy over what the number actually was. So people were joking that Osprey just got the wrong number tattooed.
That's great.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Great. Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.